Hi everyone, welcome, glad you're here. Thank you for coming. Tonight we have some really interesting intentions and I have a success story to share with everyone. So let's begin with our traditional breathing together. Hello, hello. Hi Stacy, welcome. Hi Julie, so glad you're here. So whether you are watching this as a recording or whether you're joining us here live, these intentions are amplified by you contributing your energy to it. So let's begin by settling into wherever you're sitting or lying right now. Taking a breath, letting your shoulders drop. And we use the HeartMath Institute's quick coherence technique to bring our brains and our hearts into coherence. So begin by breathing very comfortably, inhaling 4, 5, 6, slightly longer exhale 5, 6, 7. And as you breathe in and out, imagine breathing through your heart space, amplifying your energy with the idea of gratitude, thankfulness, appreciation. These are all emotions that elevate your energy and bring your vibration level up. Breathing in and out. You probably notice that your shoulders relax, your hips can relax, your feet can relax. Breathing in 4, 5, 6, exhaling 5, 6, 7. And as you continue breathing this way, open to the possibility of connecting your energy with mine and with everybody else who's watching this recording or attending the live version. Doesn't matter what time you join, although the energy is so lovely when it's live. Breathing in, feeling the connection, breathing out, arriving in this moment. Nothing else to do, nowhere else to be. Breathing in and out. Over time, as you do this type of meditation, you'll begin to discern changes in the energy. You'll begin to feel the presence of other people in the quantum field who are participating, knowing it's safe, knowing it's comfortable and easy, knowing that you say when to connect and when to disentangle. Thank you, everyone. We are now connected. So a few weeks ago, we intended for an artist, and I want to show you. This artist, Stacy Krogstad of Sacred Key Codes. Welcome, Stacy. She is a very talented artist and an Akashic Records reader. And one of her paintings just recently won a big award. And it was the last painting she had completed before we intended for her artwork to be elevated and amplified. And I asked her to share with us the first painting she did after the intention. And I'm going to show you these here. There you go. So the green painting was the last one Stacy completed before the intention, and the purple blue one is the first painting she completed after the intention. And both of these paintings have really strong color palette. Both of them are really compelling and layered. They have a lot of detail in them. But if you look at the figures in each one, you can see that, and these are actual paintings, paintbrush, paint, canvas. This is not AI or digital or anything like that. She's hand painting these pictures. And you can see that there is, in the painting of the woman with gray hair, you can see the realism is enhanced. They're both excellent paintings, both compelling and wonderful to look at. But the one done after the intention, when we supported her desire to be a better artist, you can see that there is a flow and a confidence in the artwork that makes it just a pleasure to look at. And even greater than the improvement in her art is the fact that Stacy, after the intention, Stacy had a breakthrough and realized that she could combine these soul portraits, these reflections of her client's spiritual state, with an Akashic record reading. So she is now offering a service where she will do both for you, and a wonderful reading, and you'll get a painting that's personalized and very meaningful and includes a lot of important imagery that you can reflect on for a long time afterwards. So I think even more so than seeing incremental improvements in your technique as an artist, I think it's equally valuable that she discovered what she wants to do with her art and how she could serve her clients with her art. So I just am so delighted for her. I put her website address in the description of this video if you want to take a look at more and read her testimonials. I think it's very, very fun and enjoyable. So thank you, Stacy, for letting us support you. Thanks for sharing these images, and keep us posted on what happens next. Okay, so let's move on to our intentions. All right, so I've been thinking a lot about the collective energy and how people are feeling right now. There's a lot of uncertainty in the world. There's a lot of change. There's an acceleration of change. And these are all things that make people feel disoriented, anxious, stressed out. And heading into summer, for many of us, summer is very stressful physically because of the temperatures and because fires and floods, weather. So tempers often flare in the summer. There are expected to be significant protests and political unrest this summer in the United States and elsewhere in the world, of course. So this intention is for all of us who are trying to keep our equilibrium during a sort of a tumultuous time in history. And yeah, I just thought it would be nice to intend for all of us to stay relaxed over the summer and to be present and to slow down if you need to slow down, and be thoughtful in your response to the energies in the collective. Okay, so let's go ahead and intend together on this. Let me put myself there in the corner. Okay, so relaxing again into your meditative state. We now intend to stay calm, cool, and collected during the long, hot summer of 2025, remaining healthy and well, in every way. So I'd like you to allow this intention to drop from your brain into your heart, project it out into the quantum field, and follow the energy. Thank you, everyone. Trust this intention and release it with love. And remember any impressions or insights you received during that meditation. Our new series is for our health, and that almost always requires that we be consistent in our better habits. So I thought we'd start with this one. We now intend to be consistent in our most helpful habits, immediately, completely, and indefinitely, moving forward in life, remaining healthy and well in every way. So allow this intention to drop into your heart chakra, project it out into the quantum field, and follow the energy. Thank you, everyone. Trust this intention and release it with love. And think about any impressions or insights that you received during the meditation. And I invite you to make notes in the comments if you like about what you experienced in either intention. And I'll share with you what I experienced. And I see a lot of relationship between these two intentions. Both of them have to do with free will and making a choice about what we want our lives to be like, feel like, what we want to do with our time. And we all have obligations that we have to take care of, but we also have a fair amount of time that we can direct. And when we went into the first meditation, staying calm, cool, and collected during the summer, I immediately saw these big white letters on a black background that said, "Choose your own adventure." Now, if you're a meditator, if you're joining me here on this channel, chances are you are not going to go out to major protests. You're not going to be confronting evildoers in the world. That's you're probably making a choice to affect the collective energy through subtle activism, which is what we're doing with Lighthearted Healers. We can absolutely change the collective energy with intention and choosing to be calm and thoughtful and considered in our thinking and reactions to things is having an effect on the world. And yes, there's going to be violence and mishaps and mayhem and wrongdoing in the world, absolutely. But those people are choosing a different way of responding to what's happening in the world. So we are, if you're joining me in that intention, we have an opportunity to be very thoughtful about how we spend our energy, how we spend our time, where we put our attention and our focus this summer. And I felt really good in that meditation. I felt like there were going to be a lot of things going on, but that I could choose to be calm. And then when we talked about our habits, that felt really good because those 3 months, June, July, August, are going to fly by. And who do I want to be at the end of those 3 months? How do I want to feel at the end of those 3 months? What do I want to look back and have accomplished during those 90 days? And I felt really good about that as well. I felt I had sort of a short list of things I want to accomplish this summer, and I saw and felt myself in September feeling really good, feeling like I had put in the time and had kept my focus throughout. So that felt really, really wonderful. So let me see what's happening in the chat here. Let's see what Stacy experienced. In the first intention, she felt a lot around perspective and how it can change and lighten things up when we are in good company and support. I love that. Yes. Yeah. What do they say? Optimism is contagious, and the people we surround ourselves with, that can make a huge difference in how we spend our time and how we feel. And then in the second intention, one thing that stood out was, what are you doing when no one is watching? Wow, taking care of yourself because you can only choose for you. Yes, yeah. And that's, yeah, you're reminding me that that is a source of stress, thinking that we can make anybody else in this world do what they don't want to do. We can't. And we have our hands full taking care of ourselves, don't we? So I've been having a really fun conversation with some friends of mine on on a chat group about self-care and things that we're doing that we really enjoy and that are good for us. And it's really wonderful to have that conversation. And even small things, like one woman cleaned out her car and was just, it felt like a luxury to have her car in really good shape. So it's little things that can really elevate your energy and help you feel good about what you're doing. So, okay, well, not too many comments today. Thank you, Stacy, for sharing that experience. All of these meditations have an opportunity to bring us to places we don't expect to go. Doing this style of meditation, I've had remote viewing experiences. I've had all of the clairs have shown up. I've had mediumship experiences, animal communication. So this, when I say follow the energy, you never know where it's going to take you. And tonight it took me to someplace feeling really, really good about how I spend the summer, how intentional I am with what I choose to do and how I choose to spend my days. I really, really enjoyed that. So we will return to this theme of taking care of ourselves throughout the month of June in our meditations. And now it is time to disentangle our energy from the group. And yeah, you can always make comments after the video is posted. Would love to hear from you, what you thought of these intentions. I have plenty of room for people who need an intention. And just email me at relaxwithdaphne@gmail.com. All right, everyone. It's disentangle time. So our tradition is to end this meditation with simply breathing together. I just saw this. You're welcome, Stacy. It's really lovely to have you here tonight. So, hands over heart, if that's comfortable for you. Breathing in. Slightly longer exhale. Breathing in 4, 5, 6. Exhale 5, 6, 7. A little relaxation of the shoulders and upper back. That sense of disconnecting from the group energy and returning to your own personal energetic bubble. Leave any cares or worries or concerns that may have cropped up during this meditation. But if you found anything inspiring, helpful, comforting, please take that with you into your week. And we'll see you next Wednesday. Thank you, everyone. Good night.